Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Today I had two new decks arrive, and they are the Gilded Tarot Royale and look at this giant box, the Witch's Tarot. So these have some really lovely artwork, and the guidebook on this is like a serious giant guidebook. I mean, I feel scholarly with this, but I wanted to give you guys a quick little run through. Look at the back of this. This is the Witch's Tarot. The back of it looks like this. And just look at the beautiful artwork in the front. I really like borderless cards, and the Gilded Tarot Royale is actually borderless, which I really appreciate. I like that. But the borders on these cards are really not that noticeable because I guess it's black and it just kind of blends, like, and they do use a lot of blacks in the paintings on here, so you can tell there's a border, but it's not really that obvious. It's almost like matting on a painting. So I truly do like this, but I'm not going to show you every single card, but I just wanted you guys to have a quick glimpse into these decks, because when I run a special that includes, you know, a tarot card for clarification with the messages, or if it's a, you know, one question kind of reading or something like that, where I usually allow my clients to choose which deck that they would like their reading pulled from. I want you all to know that these are also available. Look at the back of this card, and the images on here are just like, you know, realism and fantasy blended. It's so beautiful. I love this. I am also a fan of Cirque du Soleil, and I think some of these images really remind me of that kind of realm of fantasy, which is what drew me to this deck as well. And it's quite similar to the traditional tarot. I'm trying to find some images that I truly enjoy here, like this one. So it's not really that different. If you are familiar with tarot and you like the original, like, Rider-Waite version, although the artwork is significantly different, but the symbolism and within the suits and the numbers have really not changed drastically at all. So that's good. And this one is kind of similar. Yeah, it does. I would say it's a pretty close match too, but certain things have changed, like the Justice card in here became Karma rather than Justice, and the Emperor is kind of looking like a knight here, but I mean, it does say at the bottom what it is. So if you guys want a tarot card for clarification during one of my specials when I offer it from one of these decks, just putting it out there that they're available for sure. But today I feel like there is definitely a lot of energy in the collective that is causing confusion for many. I actually wasn't planning on running the special that I did today, but due to a high volume of demand, I did do it for about like 2.5 hours-ish today. And it seems like it was really needed, because there's some kind of like a clouding in intuition that is happening at this time, and I'm noticing that a lot of people are kind of in need of clarity. So I wanted to utilize our YouTube video time to kind of look into that energy and see where that might be coming from. So I'm going to start here with the traditional old-fashioned tarot. This was my very first deck. And kind of see what comes through here. What is it that is causing this general sense of clouded intuition in the collective? Anxiety. Yes, I heard anxiety and lack of action. So I feel like for the counterparts who are currently in no contact, the counterpart who initiated the no contact situation, or shut the other counterpart out, I should say, is now truly looking for a way to come back in, and they're feeling embarrassed over their actions. I just heard embarrassed. So we've been channeling, you know, a lot of feelings of despondency, you know, anxiety, of course, but there's also a level of inaction. I just heard Spirit say inaction that is causing this cloud in intuition, because just as with anything, until you really just dive into it kind of head first, you will never know everything. You know, like there's no way to preemptively prepare yourself for everything that's coming. And I feel like certain divine masculines in the collective are actually trying to do that. They are mentally going over, as represented here by the Hanged Man card, every single possible scenario that might arise when they try to initiate contact with their counterpart. This is causing them to feel extremely restless. There are, you know, a lot of sleepless nights that are caused by this divine masculine kind of staying awake and thinking. They're not just thinking about how to fix the situation, but they're also thinking about everything that could possibly go wrong for them when they make that attempt. And their desire to come in is like lightning speed. If you can see from the imagery on this Knight of Swords card, this knight is going lightning fast towards whatever his goal is. And this is your divine masculine's mind right now, that this is how fast he wants to come in and make contact, but he's just also stuck in his head about every possible scenario. And that's leading to, even during the day, a very despondent, low vibrational state. And that is not helping the union energy at all, really. But what it is doing is giving them a realization of the degree to which they caused harm to this connection. Now, this isn't to blame anybody or to point fingers or anything like that, right? Because this is something that both counterparts agree to, and this is a part of the healing process. I am strongly picking up on a divine masculine energy that is feeling more so embarrassed because I heard I was so stupid for not knowing what I was doing. I just heard a divine masculine step in to say that. So I feel like this divine masculine was pretty naive. I feel like he must have been younger, and he didn't even realize the consequences of the decisions he was making. And now, as time is passing by and he's having many experiences that are contributing to his spiritual awakening, I feel like he's thinking about all of those things, and he's thinking, you know, even if I do go back, how will I save face? How will I save face? That's what I'm hearing right now. So let's see what else might be going on here. Yeah, immense remorse and shame. I just keep hearing shame, shame, shame in my ear. And this divine masculine is truly just, it's an internal thing for him. Like, there's nobody on the outside that's shaming him, but he is feeling very shamed, and he's heartbroken. There you go, the Three of Swords. He's feeling very heartbroken over everything that's happened. This is his shame card. This is his heartbreak card. Yes. So the Two of Swords to me indicates that stalemate between his head space and his heart space. His heart knows what he wants. His head does not know for the life of him how to manifest that into his life. And that this card came out in a sideways position. So this energy is what's keeping them stuck right now. This is, you know, like right next to the Hangman card. I'm going to go to the Moonology deck here really quick and see what other information I can channel. Yeah, this divine masculine, whatever heaviness he is harboring is really significant, because as his energy is coming through, I can feel the, if I can't even talk today, I can feel significant heaviness in my heart chakra area. Adjustments are required. Yes, a lot of adjustments are required here, especially with regard to his frame of mind about things. Be bold and make the first move. He has to take that first step in order to get out of this, because there's really no way around it, is what I'm hearing. So just like, you know, you will never make it across the bridge until you take the first step. You literally just have to walk. And as I said that, I saw 1111 on my timer. And as we all know, that is a major twin flame and manifestation number, alignment number with the universe. And that is exactly what this divine masculine is trying so hard to do, is manifest. But because he's stuck, that energy is stuck for him. But he has to be honest with himself. He has to be willing to be vulnerable and show the real him to his divine feminine. That's the only way that this is going to happen, because if he stays stuck in that element of shame and in that headspace of, you know, I can't face you after everything that I did, he's going to be stuck for a very long time. You're very close to achieving your goal. So I hear that heaven is working behind the scenes to get you out of this stuck energy, but you also need some efforts within yourself to do that. And I feel like this divine masculine is not getting support from the people in his circle that he's talking to, because, I don't know, let's see. Oh, these are some very positive cards. A new start is coming. So the people in his circle, I feel like, are really not supportive of anything that he's saying. And a major reason for that is because they don't understand how twin flame connections work. They don't understand this dynamic of a divinely guided soul level connection. They are thinking in terms of transactional love, and they're clueless about unconditional love. So people, I feel like, are telling these divine masculines that, you know, you are either not on the same page, you're not of the same league. Some of them even think that they have the divine feminine up so high on this pedestal that it's going to cause heartbreak later. And all of these things are just causing this divine masculine to have this internal battle with himself. But he's being told that nothing is yet set in stone. So whatever it is that he wants to manifest, he can go either way. But this is going to depend on his actions. And he has to take action. Notice this is the mutable moon. And Pisces is also a mutable sign. It's one of the mutable signs. And look at this, there's water in the background. So there's definitely strong water sign energy here too, you guys. If this is resonating with you, and if you have a water sign somewhere in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, these messages could very well be for you. Step out of your comfort zone. So your guides are telling you, they're literally giving you signs and synchronicities everywhere to push yourself out of your comfort zone and take that first step, because really there's no other way around it. There's just no other way. And expecting the divine feminine to reach out first, especially if you were the one that kind of shut her out of your life, is truly unrealistic, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all. So this is where the soul growth and maturity will have to kick in for this divine masculine to man up and take the first steps. I'm going to go to the energy oracle cards and see what else comes through here. Yeah, this divine masculine is extremely restless. I feel like he just does not know how to shut his ego mind off. And he's really in a place where processing anything just becomes really, really difficult. Yes, so the divine feminine, this is your card, Goddess of the Moon. And this is equivalent to the Empress card in traditional tarot. So you are showing up here as the Goddess of the Moon. You are kind of in that state of, I'm going to do what's best for me, and I'm not going to sit around and hold my breath waiting. Yes, I do love my divine masculine. I appreciate him very much, and divine masculine knows you appreciate him very much. I feel like this is something that you have overtly expressed to him multiple times, and nobody else truly does that. He doesn't feel understood by other people in his circle the way that he feels understood by you, divine feminine. The temple path, yes. So this is, in other words, the spiritual path. You, divine feminine, are the spiritual path for this divine masculine. And it's something he already knows on a higher self level. This is something that he's trying to express to people in his circle, and they're just not getting it. They're just not getting it at all. The divine masculine definitely does have a very strong sense of attachment to you, and I feel like they have worn a pride and ego-based mask for quite some time, and this is what also kept them from being able to openly talk about their feelings to you. But that mask was divinely destined in a way, or divinely chosen on your soul path, because this divine masculine had many soul contracts to fulfill before you guys come into union. And so this is why I say, guys, always give each other grace, give yourself grace, and give your counterpart grace, because everything that's happening is truly happening for your connection. And yes, they are painful. Yes, it's terrible. All of us who are true twin flames here, myself included, have gone down that path. And we know those emotions are no joke at all. It can push you over the edge sometimes. But that is where the lesson for you comes in, to stand in your own power and find that stability within yourself. For most twin flames, getting a solid root chakra in your energy body is what triggers healing for your counterpart as well. And then here we have the Sacral Chakra card. So what your divine masculine is also healing is sacral chakra wounds, because what they were doing in these karmic contracts that they are fulfilling, they were just kind of in an instant gratification kind of mindset about, you know, I feel like many of these divine masculines had been hurt in love before. And so they kind of swayed the direction of, I'm not ever going to be so invested in somebody as I was in this person who hurt me. And I'm just going to do what feels good to me. I'm just going to do whatever's in my best interest. and they kind of forgot to look at what ramifications that would have, but they also forgot to look at whether or not what they were doing was truly in their best interest. That kind of got lost in translation somewhere. Caring connections, yes. So this divine masculine has many, many options for forming romantic relationships. And I feel like he is being told by the people in his circle to consider those options, because you, beautiful divine feminine, just seem to be so far out of his league. But as I said earlier, that twin flame connections are not understood by people. Most people in mainstream society understand transactional love. They understand, you know, my strength or my weakness should be your strength, and your weakness should be my strength, and we will complement each other perfectly, and that's what makes a good match. Twin flames are mirrored, so that is not at all true for us. And that's why many people who don't understand this connection look at the twin flame dynamic as toxic, and it's not. You always have to differentiate between what's toxic and what's triggering your healing. So always use your intuition, you guys. Make sure that before you truly assign your relationship a label, that you're really looking into those nitty-gritty little details too. But never, ever, ever sell yourself short, and always keep your boundaries firm so that you are given the respect and honor that you deserve from your counterpart, from yourself, and from everyone around you. Let's see what else comes through here. Blossoming abundance, yes. So another very positive card. So the divine masculine being intuitively blocked is what is causing the divine feminine to feel intuitively blocked. And this is because, number one, the connection is mirrored, but also number two, when your counterpart goes through difficult things that they might be purging, it becomes important to shield you and your higher self from those experiences so that you don't get traumatized with your counterpart. It's the universe's way, the divine's way of protecting you. But all of that is happening because this is a divinely orchestrated plan to a extremely bright and beautiful new future. We got the same confirmations in the Moonology deck that are now coming out in these energy oracle cards. So keep your head up. You are on the right path. Just keep your vibration as high as possible. And make sure that you give yourself the love and respect that you give to others. This is a journey. I just heard Spirit step in to say, I am on my journey home to you. This is their path back to you, divine feminine. You are their home and they are your home. Just honor this journey. Action. Yes, this divine masculine is being guided in every aspect of this reading that he needs to take action, but also divine feminine, this is reassuring you that you can expect action in the future from your divine masculine. This is just a process. Root chakra. How synchronistic. I just spoke on this earlier about the need to strengthen your root chakra within your energy body. So both counterparts should work on this to help expedite union. And as I'm channeling this divine masculine's energy, I am becoming increasingly tired all of a sudden. And believe me, I was not tired when I started doing this reading at all. In fact, I was a ball of energy today. So This divine masculine is definitely feeling a very strong sense of exhaustion. And he needs to give himself some grace. But he also needs to take action. And he needs to clear his energy to be able to intuitively pick up on what action is right for him. Man holding a coin. I just heard man of value. So this divine masculine wants you to know when he returns that he has evolved greatly. He has become a man with values that you can trust and count on. Now, that's not to say that he didn't necessarily have these values before. It's just that he was not awake to them. He did not know how to implement those values in the decisions that he was making. Because of the fact that he was hurt in the past by somebody else, he kind of let himself fall off the wayside and began down a path that didn't suit him, that didn't serve him well. And that is exactly what he's still healing from. So yes, some divine masculines are indeed working on material wealth to build better for themselves, absolutely. But many divine masculines also have to rebuild their own inner sense of self-worth and value. So this is another thing that they're healing during this no contact phase. Let's see here. Where else do we want to go? Let's see if the romance angels have anything to say about this. I'm feeling like this divine masculine's throat chakra is extremely blocked right now, because as I'm channeling his energy, it's becoming very difficult to get my words out. Yes. And this is why it's being blocked here. This separation, this no contact is actually, do you see how, if you look at this imagery, this divine masculine is kind of holding on to, or like touching his chest where his heart chakra is, and the divine feminine is kind of in that no, don't go kind of state, you know, holding on to his hand, and he is walking away. And now the roles are reversed. The masculine is laying down in her position and hoping and praying that the feminine has not moved on without him. So this is another major reason for the throat chakra block that is not allowing this divine masculine to speak his truth. But this is your person. When soulmate comes out in a twin flame reading, I definitely take this card to mean twin flame. This person is your twin flame, and everything is mirrored. So when you take the higher road and you don't try to seek revenge, or you don't try to give yourself your own justice, and you just leave it to the universe to do that for you, that is when soul growth also happens. And this is exactly the goal that everybody on their spiritual path is working toward. And the divine masculines now in true twin flame connections have truly realized the depth of hurt and damage, emotional and psychological pain and trauma that their actions in the past caused their counterparts. And for that reason, I feel like I just heard a divine masculine say, I can't face myself. So if they can't even face themselves yet, beautiful divine feminine, it's going to take them a while before they can face you. So don't lose hope. Just hang in there and stay strong. I'm going to go to the Starseed Oracle and see if we can get any guidance for the divine feminines who are, as a result of their masculine, feeling intuitively blocked. What can we get here for the divine feminines in the Twin Flame Collective. Yes, the first card I saw is the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, soften to love. So removing the anger that you feel towards your divine masculine from your heart and softening that anger to love is what is going to clear the blocks in your heart chakra. When your heart chakra is filled with anger, resentment, etc., you are not a vibrational match for harmonious union. So both counterparts have to clear those heart chakra blocks in order to invite love in. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. So I feel like many divine feminines in the collective truly do feel like they are addicted to their counterpart and going through withdrawals. Just like somebody who might be addicted to a substance would go through withdrawals without that substance. So the universe brings on this separation in order for you to find yourself. This is truly, truly going to help you have a beautiful union later. So use this time of 3D physical disconnect to truly realize and awaken on that spiritual level that your divine counterpart can never ever be apart from you. You two are one being, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Use that to view your counterpart as you would view yourself. If you were going through these struggles, if you made the mistakes that your divine counterpart made, how would you hope that your counterpart reacts to you? We get oftentimes so focused on our inward anger and past memories that we forget about the spiritual aspects of this connection. This is so different from any other connection because of that mirroring component that no other connection will ever have. So the more you heal and forgive internally, the more they will heal and forgive themselves internally. And not only that, but they can feel your anger and resentment in the 5D. And that's also what causes these subconscious blocks within them when they want to reach out with communication, because they won't necessarily know that they're picking up your energy, and then that's what's making them afraid of the outcome. But they will definitely pick up on your energy, become afraid of the outcome and not really know why, but they're just thinking, yeah, gosh, I did all these horrible things, so why would she forgive me anyways? And then that holds them back. So if you truly do want reunion, if you are open to that, and it's something you're trying to manifest back in, then that is something to work on there. That's the biggest guidance. Deep cellular healing. I didn't even see this until now, but yes, very synchronistic, you guys. Very synchronistic. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Wow. I just got a huge download with this card. Okay, so let me make sense of what I'm downloading really quick here. I feel like some divine masculines whose counterpart might resonate with this reading, they weren't able to speak their truth to the divine feminine. And this came from deep inner child wounds. They were not able to openly express themselves, and thus some may have hidden their feelings that they harbored for the divine feminine. And I feel like there's some that maybe were interested in pursuing a third party, but they were not honest about that to their divine feminine. I feel like not that they were trying to deliberately deceive you, but that they just didn't know how to tell you that at that time. And so they wound up being dishonest. Now, this is a very hyper-specific message, so maybe this could only be for 1 or 2 people here. So only take what resonates, you guys. But yeah, this is a very hyper-specific message for somebody. I feel like, yeah, I'm hearing a divine masculine saying that I just didn't have the nerve to tell you. And I didn't, okay, I just heard I didn't know any better. So this divine masculine, out of true naivete, just blatantly lied to his divine feminine about third-party situations and a lot of other things, I'm feeling like, that she was asking him. And he thought he was doing the right thing, or he thought he was doing a good thing by protecting her feelings, but it completely backfired and it wound up hurting her even more. I'm sorry. Defenseless, right past wrongs, uprooting. Wow, guys. Yes. So this divine masculine is uprooting years and years of generational trauma. I'm truly feeling like those inner childhood wounds that caused him to be so dishonest to his divine feminine is not just from his childhood, but it's generational, from the childhood of his parents and grandparents. Something about that, gosh, these are such intense downloads, you guys. 1 second here. Codependency, addictions, low self-worth, and self-esteem is what I'm hearing right now. And I'm being shown people who put up, you know, they're kind of wearing like this masquerade mask is what I'm being shown right now by my guides. And they are very well loved by society, but they don't feel good at all inside. And they have to put up a face to be accepted and loved, and that's exactly what they've been doing for generations. And so I just heard generational curse breaker. So this divine masculine could very well be a generational curse breaker for his family, because for the first time in his life, he's learning how to be vulnerable and show the world the real him through this twin flame connection. So because his twin flame is so different from anybody in his circle, let alone him, has ever dated or been in a relationship with, this is going to require some raw vulnerability, because he's not going to fit into that mold. He's going to be the square peg in the round hole. And that's also a part of the internal battle I feel like this divine masculine is fighting. That was a powerful, really strong message, you guys. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. So I'm being shown by my guides of this masquerade mask being torn off of this divine masculine piece by piece. I feel like that this mask is stuck to this divine masculine's forehead and nose. And so the 2 corners that cover the eyes are being torn and like broken off, ripped off and thrown to the side by just hands. And then, yeah, so this is the unmasking process for this divine masculine. And this is what's healing generations of this habit to wear a facade in order to be accepted by people. Wow, guys, that is an extremely intense message. So And I feel like this is getting very hyper-specific. It started as general collective, and then I got some very hyper-specific messages coming through. So always remember, this is a collective reading, and only take what resonates. Use your intuition to know which messages may be for you and which ones may be for others. So yeah, this divine masculine is also not able to step forward completely right now because of that. It's almost like a traumatizing feeling of being exposed for the first time. Yeah, very, very intense internal process here. So I feel like if this is for you, you'll definitely know that it's for you. I'm going to go really quick to the Lover's Oracle here and see what other messages I can channel before we go to the love messages from the counterparts. Secret admirer. So this divine masculine is watching his divine feminine from a distance. He's either... Yes, and okay, I just heard family. So beautiful divine feminine, if you are resonating with these messages, it's not just your masculine that's watching your social media, it's his entire family. Okay? So I feel like you're going to have relatives, friends, people within your divine masculine circle that you probably have never met, most likely have never met, which is why they're wanting to get to know you through your social media. You have people watching you, okay? Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. Yes, this is hugely synchronistic for this unmasking process. The more the divine masculine might resist having his 3D physical mask being taken off or torn off, the more he's creating stress for himself. He needs to surrender and just let that mask go and say, yes, this is the raw, real, vulnerable me. Take me as I am, because either take it or leave it, right? What are you going to do? Wow, guys. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So by wearing this false mask, this divine masculine was also not honoring the sacred connection in this twin flame dynamic. And this is something that he is being taught to do. He is being taught every day through his tower moments, through his difficult experiences, that this is a sacred connection and it's worth fighting for no matter what the cost. This is what the universe is telling him. So beautiful divine feminine, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Heaven is working behind the scenes to get you two back together. This is a sacred connection, and it's to be honored. Some very intense messages, you guys. I truly, truly hope this helps. I'm going to draw the reading to a close here by channeling a few messages of love. And if you are resonating with these readings, if this is your energy that I'm picking up on, please definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay. You who show the way. I have a feeling this is going to be a very synchronistic message, and it's the number 33 card. So the number 333 shows up for twin flames to, if they have veered on the wrong path from their spiritual connection, from their soul path and their twin flame journey, the angel number 333 shows up to bring them back on the right path. So this is a very synchronistic card, and I bet you this is going to be a very synchronistic reading, especially just given the name, you who show the way, being that divine feminine, you being the awakened one, are really showing your counterpart the way back home, back to you through your light and love. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Rumi. You guys, I have goosebumps from my toes to the tip of my head here. I can't even begin to explain. This is exactly what I've been speaking on. The logical mind runs away from drowning, just like this divine masculine's logical mind is running away from having his real self exposed. But the lover in him, the twin flame in him, wants to accept that drowning in the sea of this divine feminine as his destiny. On a higher self level, he knows all of this. It's his 3D ego mind, pride and ego-based logic that is the biggest block here. I have looked to you in my darkest moments, searched for you as though fumbling for the candle and matches during an unexpected and interminable blackout. I am the ship at sea, seeking you as my guiding light. Nay, I am the sea, rising up to the horizon, because I yearn to be closer to you. Then, oh, to my greatest relief, you rise like a phoenix from the ocean, casting hallowed golden light all around you, this great blazing angel of holy fire. In a sweet instant, my soul rests in your presence. The sea becomes calm, the darkness abates. Your light reveals truth, and through your living presence, I know my true self again. I am what you are. Even when it appears I am returning after being lost in darkness, as though I could ever be extinguished. I am divine light. I am you, a living sun. I have chills and goosebumps and all of that all at the same time. It's everything that we just spoke on. You are the lighthouse for your divine masculine. If you are the awakened twin, whether you are biologically a female or a male, whether energetically you identify as the divine masculine or feminine, if you are the awakened one in your connection, you are the guiding light. And the unawakened counterpart always looks to you on a higher self level for guidance, support, all of that. And you also, even on a 3D physical level, look to your counterpart for that. That's, what the twin flame dynamic is really all about. And just that last line, I am you, a living sun. Yes, I am you. Your soul is mine. My soul is yours. We are non-different from each other. And we shine like a beacon, like the sun, for each other. It's just absolutely amazing, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to really see this reading and to hear your thoughts on it. I'm going to channel some love messages from the Divine Masculine, from the Mercury 6 deck that I received. Yeah, I'm so disoriented now. Okay, let's see here. Okay, not that many cards. Oh my gosh, you guys. With you, I feel so safe. This could not be more synchronistic. Yes, with you, the Divine Masculine feels safe, just as we've been saying that you are that beacon of light, love, and hope for them. Shine your light, beautiful Divine Feminine. You both are sacred divine counterparts, and you keep each other safe on every level. even through the physical 3D disconnect. This is such a beautiful, powerful message, you guys. I'm going to draw the reading to a close right here. And I would love to hear your guys' input, your guys' feedback for all these messages. Let me know how they're resonating for you as a collective. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new here, welcome. I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but I just talked to you guys live. If you notice, my videos are never edited. I don't edit these videos at all. I record them live because I want them to be fresh and new on an ongoing basis. So no matter when, anywhere, anybody on the planet finds them, it's going to be like I am actually sitting there having a conversation with them, doing a live reading. That is the feel that I'm going for. And I truly hope that that's something that you guys do feel from my readings. So I'm so grateful for all of you. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to like these videos. By taking these 2 actions, you are energetically signaling your presence here to me. You are telling Spirit, hey, I'm here, open and ready to receive any messages or guidance that might come through in these readings. And even if you're not new here, even if you've been here, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, okay? By taking these 2 actions, I'm also able to pick up on your energy a little bit easier. So if you would want more specific messages to be channeled for you and your connection, I definitely recommend doing those 2 things. Come follow me on Instagram and TikTok at A Twin Flame Love. I will put my IDs for Instagram and TikTok in the video description box. That is where you can book your card pulls and readings with me, okay? Anytime. So I will talk to you guys again in the next reading video. I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful rest of the night. Take care, guys.